Yes. Hello, hello. Full screen. All right, here we go. First stream ever on YouTube. Kinda nervous, but I'm just gonna get started. Let's see, can we get this chat box somewhere? Yes. Right. Hi, Anna. Hello. Zo. Kan je me goed jaren? Good. So this is my first stream. Okay, you can hear me. Noise. Good stuff.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Steam. So, and what about the game audio? You can hear this as well. Pretty decent. Good stuff. So, my first stream ever on YouTube, and normally I post the setups for the cars on the channel, but this week I was so freaking busy with all of different stuff except for the YouTube and racing. So I want to take the opportunity to make the setup for the BMW on Zandvoort and maybe a car of your choice. Just let me know in the chat which setup you wanna build, what car you're gonna drive on Zandvoort, and maybe we can build that setup. So this new, I'm gonna use the normal preset that I'm gonna go for, that I also share on the channel. Max camber, 75% of the caster. Can you all see this? JDK? JDK? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, you can see this. Good. Zero max camber. So ABS for the BMW I put on 3 normally. I see I'm still in a hot lap mode, so this I need to change. Obviously. Probably something like this. This one. So again, this is just preset that I use for all the cars, and when I found it out on it works for all the cars on the game currently, so I wouldn't just keep that for myself and just share that for everybody on the channel. This one goes to 11. I'm just gonna go for max rebound because it gives me the most grip, I believe, on the front and the back. stuff. So I put in the video that it's like 25% of the slide, I believe, for the BMW. I'm driven it so many times, so it's probably something like this. Oh, I'll check. So I made a mistake, yeah? Thanks, man. I don't really feel, maybe you don't even, the bump stop rate, if it's for 50 or 500, it's very negligible. I always see this bump stop rate as the next spring. So when this one is done, this is like the first layer of defense, and then that bump stop rate is your second spring. Maybe we can play around with this on Zandvoort, because we have quite some fast corners, and maybe putting this even lower or higher could be beneficial, but we're gonna have to test drive to figure that one out. Good stuff. Then, because I'm in hot lap mode now, no good, yeah? It's nice to do one lap or whatever, but practice sessions are always better. Yes. I also always use this kinds of settings for the practice session. Get out the preset stuff. Just put in 30 liters. It's just what I always do, and it shows like a good average on how the fuel load of the car is. So maybe it will be not optimal if we put 80 liters on it, but it will also not be optimal when it's like 15 liters. But I feel I have absolutely no time to figure out a quali setup, a high fuel level setup. You know, I don't just have the time to do that, so I'm always going to go for 30 liters. Pressures, we obviously need to check how this is going to be. Let's see, hopefully everything works. Good, that works, but I need to change a few settings. This lock to horizon.
31. The air temp is 25 Celsius.
Thanks, crew chief. Lock to horizon should be on 100 if you're driving in VR, but if you're driving on a pancake like I'm doing now, we need to have it on 0. And I'm gonna start the overlay as well. Ah, that one will pop up. Momento. Settings. So I will push this overlay here. Can you let me know in the chat if you can see it? That would be nice. Okay. Let's see. It would be a nice place here. See this one. Something like that. Noise, thanks, welcome to the stream. So, just warming up here. Can you let me know if the audio is good of the car? Can you hear the car a little bit, but not too loud, so you can actually hear me what I'm saying? So it's already feeling very understeer. It's probably the brake bias need to change. Quite understeery. So the tires aren't even on the proper window, but I already feel like it's understeering like crazy. And I normally always drive in VR when I try to be competitive, and now I'm noticing that this wiper of this BMW is an absolute in the way of the like vision, how you look on track. So this is something I'm gonna need to get used to. Yeah, it's understeering a lot, so I will make maybe one lap and see how these temperatures and pressures are affecting. Yeah, it's very understeering. Bruh. First corner. It's the best braking point, like 100 meters somewhere, yeah? Just shift to the one to rotate the car a little bit better. I see a lot of people, they actually are going too fast back to that first gear. Yes, a lot of times it's beneficial to keep it in the second, because in the first gear it will just only spin. It's very understeery, so I'm gonna finish this lap and see how that entry of the pit looks. It's something I want to incorporate in my practice sessions, because I already made so much penalties or just being slow overall on pit entry. It's just a nice habit to get into, especially when you're doing 45-minute races. We have a pit stop, so. And I can see that tires are really hot, yeah, because it's just the nature of the track that the left wheels will be. Oh, that looked horrible. Again. So that's that curve we need to be careful of, yeah? At least if we have this ride height, maybe we can increase it a little bit so we can cut that corner a little bit more. How's that pit looking here? Oh, it's actually, oh, already, here it is, yeah?
Watch your speed.
Yeah, watch your speed, thanks. Okay, good. So, yeah, exactly, Hank. Too bad they don't update it, but yeah, I don't know for LFM if it's actually nice to do races here. I never ever driven a full race on this circuit, so this will be the opportunity. But I already seen some other guys hard to overtake. So understeer, the main issue, and the tires getting pretty hot. So here we have readings 93, 102. I always feel that going over 100 is a bit too much, but then again, being under 70 is also not optimal. And we can see on the right tires they're 84, 76, 68. But then again, we're gonna be on these tires the most, so the brake ducts in the front were already pretty high, and we have the pressures of. So yeah, definitely this needs to increase. Imagine this is a 31 degree track temperature. Imagine if it's 40, it's just gonna be impossible to get the tires in the proper window. I'm gonna add 4 millimeters of rear ride height, and I'm gonna increase the bump stop range in the front, because I want to have a more pitchy car when it's under load, so when we're in fast corners the front will bite more. Same goes for the brake bias. We lower this quite a bit, because whenever I'm braking I don't feel the car will fly into its apex. It's just lazy, it wants to go in a straight line. See, this we keep for now. Electronics look good. Let's see. Yeah, all right. What else? I think we can try it again. Now I need to save this one. This is gonna be A1. So that's the first change after my own preset. which you can find on the channel. I also want to take this opportunity to tell a little bit of myself. I'm a father of 2 kids and I have a lovely girlfriend. I have a full-time job and everything, but every time when I can race and all that, I'm really having the best time of my life on the rig. But in my personal life there are not a lot of people interested in sim racing and VR sim racing, so I decided a half a year ago that I'm going to start making videos on YouTube for it. And first I didn't really know what to do with it, but then after I gained some knowledge in the game and I thought I'd just share it with you guys on the channel, so yeah, actually people can benefit from the knowledge that I know. And it seems to be that a lot of people that are making videos on YouTube about sim racing, they always make it so complicated with all the different values, especially in the setups, you know. If you're really a beginner, it's just so complicated, and I was just trying to make it like a speaking tunnel from beginners to my level. I'm not absolute the best driver in the world, but I can get by, I can be consistent. I'm pretty like 2000 ELO-ish on LFM, so yeah, that's a little bit of the story. Now people are picking up on the channel and it's absolutely amazing. Okay, so the setup changes were made. Let's see how it's still, if it's still very understeery. Now I can already feel for its first corner that it's just so much more biting into the corner. Now it's still sliding, of course. Let's see. So you can see I'm just using 10% of the brakes to get to that corner, yeah? That will actually create some pressure on the front of the car, making it turning in. So hard to find this proper braking point here. It's important that we be on this inside of this corner, yeah, because if we leave a little bit of space between the inside, it's just losing lap time. Would that make it dirty? I don't know. Over here can take a lot of more curb, yeah. So normally I'm driving in VR, but now for this sake of this stream I'm doing it on a pancake, so don't expect alien lap times, okay? So early on the throttle, it's rotating quite nicely out of the corner. Over here it looks good as well. It could be a lot better, yeah. So on this fast section, you just want to be on this inside line all the time. Over here as well, it's kind of blind, but you actually want to hit it here on this point. Oh, now I'm overshooting it a little bit. So not that bad, yeah, still.
Okay, I need to watch these track limits.
Yeah, yeah. A little bit overshooting it. Let's try this again. And speaking and racing, you know, you have to be a woman for that, yeah, multitask. I'm not really that multitasker. So exit, great exit there. Okay, this looks a lot better. I think the setup is quite decent already. Looks good. Okay, let's see. Make a fast lap. I did lift on that last corner a little bit, but maybe we can do that flat out. I think it's important for a fast lap time though. Looks good, yeah. Nicely on the inside. Good. Feels like a proper exit. I think the exit of that corner is absolutely vital because you're gonna have to carry all that speed into this fast section. Now here I'm gonna be a little bit gently on the brakes to make it rotate here into the corner. A little bit bumpy here. Let's go. It's a little bit of a blind corner here. Okay, also not really great for that entry, but I'm curious if I can actually get a 37 or a 36 lap time on the pancake. Let's go. Okay, this looks proper as well. Do we need to lift a little bit? Only like a little bit, I feel, yeah? So what's this gonna be? It's gonna be 36.9. Oh, that's not bad, I think, for me on the pancake. Just, I'm gonna stop here and look at the chat. Let's see. Oh, Sir Rumber, that's good stuff, man. Absolutely awesome. So I will walk you through this setup because this one is, I think it's pretty decent already. It's like a painting, you know. At some point you just need to know where to stop, and then wait, maybe you're in a practice session doing like I don't know, 10-15 laps. It's kind of, you get to know the car a little bit better, and you notice that maybe in some corner it starts doing this weird thing, and this is you're only gonna figure this out after a lot of laps. But I already feel that this car is set up properly for like 80-90%. Got the phone from the video, and also was an awesome car which I drove at the time. Yeah, Aston Martin, absolutely awesome car. Yeah, I think it's still easier to drive than this one. So yeah, some tracks. Yeah, I really struggle with the Aston Martin on the Mount Panorama, Bathurst. Thanks, Wouter. Appreciate it. So yeah, maybe you guys can leave in the chat, because I'm thinking about, I want to explore the Ferrari, that new one. I absolutely not driven it a lot, just like a few like loose laps. But for next season, this season I'm gonna stuck with the BMW, but next season I'm thinking about the Ferrari. Maybe you can let me know in the chat what car we can set up here, because with the preset I'm sharing on the channel, it's very easy to just make a car setup, and maybe in this live stream you guys can see what I'm changing, what I'm doing to get it to my liking. Over here, I think this one looks pretty good, so I'm just gonna skip this. Maybe you can review this later. Now, if I would be like really pushing myself to get like, let's say I wanted to go even faster. So now I'm driving a 36, which is not absolutely special or anything, but I think it's pretty decent and competitive. Looks to me that we can increase that ride height on the rear just a little bit more, and maybe try that out now. See if we can, yeah, the tow values. So this still confused me a little bit, because when we put this on 0.05, it means that the rear tires are facing inward, and I always thought it was facing outward. But yeah, that's something that I learned. Imola and Alton Park. Okay, but if you've driven it on Imola, what was the really the problem. Did you do that on LFM, Ron Bird? And I believe I have a Aston Martin Alton Park setup as well on the channel, but it's pretty outdated. So, yeah. And Alton Park is a hard track, mate. Yeah, LFM, yeah. I recorded 2 races on Alton Park and Donington as well. Was not pretty, man. Alton Park is a really crash sensitive track and it's really unforgiving. It's bumpy. So yeah, a lot of cars could struggle there if you don't have the proper setup. When it gets very bumpy, I just increase a lot of more bump stop range and also some more ride height even. Okay, so I'm gonna test this out. We have a little bit more of rear ride height even and see maybe it's a bit too much, but we're gonna test that out. And if it's too much, then we'll stick with that first setup. That would be a decent one for next week, week 9, yeah? Just...
Your brakes are cold, let's get some heat into them.
Madness accidents, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna drive and I'm gonna look at the chat again because I cannot do 2 things at the same time. So it's actually even more turning in now. So traction control wise for this BMW, when you're really a pro on the throttle, you can maybe do it on 3.
Cold tires all around.
But if you're just learning a track or you don't have the mental overhead to think about the throttle, then 4 is also fine. And I don't really believe you lose a lot of lap time using 4. I actually had some races that I'd used traction control 4 and it actually saved the tires a lot as well. So it's something to think about, yeah. I think it's even better like this. Oh, a little bit oversteer now. Oh man, it's even better. Good stuff. Maybe you can do this full throttle now. Oh yeah. So this is gonna be skill dependent, yeah. If you can catch the car on oversteer, then yeah, we're in a good spot now. It's not good. No, not good, it's not good. Not even that bad as I was expecting, so only plus 0.05 on the delta. Let's see.
Tire temps are good.
Proper. Yes. So I'm sacrificing a little bit on that entry so I can actually
Brake temperatures are fine, mate.
get a better exit.
Sector 2 time is quick.
This we can improve on, yeah, but like again, I'm on a pancake and I cannot see the depth, you know. In VR, I just know everything so much better, so much more visual information on the track. Now it starts to get playful on the rear because of the ride height that was improved. Now, I'm basically driving the same lap, but this was full of mistakes. So the potential of this setup is already a lot more promising than the last one. But at expense of, you can see that I'm actually struggling now. And yeah, if you're just higher level, then this could be more soothing. Now there are some tricks to get rid even of that on that oversteer that we have now. Maybe we can talk about that as well a little bit. So this putting it in third gear just helps the car rotate into that fast corner. Yeah, 26.
Your left front is hot. Sector 2 time is okay.
Yo. So the tires are getting pretty hot, yeah. I think this is an issue on this track. Now I'm just too much on the inside, so that last corner, you don't go to the inside too early because then you need to lift.
Last lap was at
and then
1:37.48. Sector 3
So,
is 2
yeah.
tenths off your best.
Difficult because if you look at the tire pressures, they're all over the place. The outside is like too high and too hot, and then the inside is too cold and too soft. So this tire pressure, obviously it needs to be raised quite a bit, and same goes for this one. And this toe value, maybe it should be on 0, because pushing this on 5 and this ride height, yeah, we can go on and on and on and drive and drive and drive and drive and just to figure that out, and you can like spend all evening on this setup. So this is what I'm gonna call A2. A2, good stuff. Then, so let's just skip A1. So you can drive like a 37 lap time with this, maybe faster, or 36, excuse me, and then A2. So yeah, play around with this one, but I think 0 is okay as well. So this is just higher on the rear, and that's it, yeah. This is how I build setups all the time. Let's see in the chat. Imola, Alta Park. Alta Park is a hard track, yes, absolutely agree. Madness, lots of accidents, yeah. Extremely loose, beginner. Yeah, well, if you have a setup and it's really loose on the back, I mean, you're gonna have to make changes to make sure that doesn't like constantly interferes with your driving. If you really feel like your back is constantly slipping, then every time you enter the corner, it's gonna be a mental thing. Yeah, like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose the back again. So then maybe use a preset from the channel and play around with the ride height and the bump stop ranges. You know, if it's just loose on the back all the time, you can just increase this, and then, you know, when it's 60, it's gone. You know, it became an understeer monster if you do that. So it's a good step to get rid of that happy tail, sort of. Let's see. Hank, my man, yeah. Help me, especially to be consistent. If you slow, it's fine. Yeah, totally true. Others will crash, yes, but not in race. So the problem is if you get really good qualifying lap times, but you cannot like replicate that in race, you're gonna have that train behind you, yeah, Sir Ron, or not? I mean, if I have sometimes I drive like a massive lap time on a quali, like personal record or something, and then I see the cars behind me like 1/10, 0.150, yeah, all these really small gaps behind me. Then you just know you're gonna have a freaking tough race ahead of you, because all the cars, they probably will replicate fast lap times. Okay, Maybe you can let me know in the chat. Maybe we can pick up Aston Martin or a McLaren or a Ferrari. Let me know, okay? Yeah. So with this braking points as well, some people can just really brake really late, and then maybe you surprise them a little bit. Yeah, like holy shit, he's already braking here. Yeah, it's in every split the same. Yeah. So this is a completely different car, but I want to try out the Ferrari on Zandvoort. Why not? So yeah, just wait. I need to get that preset done. Oh, traction guys, yeah. From the traction GG, yeah?
Track temp is 31. The air temp is 25 Celsius.
Traction GG. Oh. That's 1, 0. Yeah. Sometimes, let's say you do quali, yeah, and you have, like, let's say you screwed up, like, or you're still 2 minutes left. I always pick like the fastest car on track and just drive with them, see where they're braking at some points or taking curves or whatever. I remember one time in Darlington Park, I was really struggling with the pace, and then I saw how people that took that chicane, and I was like, oh my god, they just like do that in third gear and cutting it like completely. And this was actually like the 1 second where I was searching for, yeah. So I zoom up 1, 0, traction control. This one was a bit higher on the 6, I believe. 30 liters. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is really useful because these track guides, they can get outdated as well. Maybe some tracks get updated, or it's just driving style dependent. Some people just drive it differently. Let's see. Way too hard springs for the preset. Save preset, absolutely horrible. 1800, 1600, I don't know. Maybe this, yeah. This one, 80. I have no idea. We're gonna have to see how this car is behaving. And just applying here the stuff that I'm sharing on the channel videos to yeah. But that's a real thing, yeah? If you have somebody in the rear mirror, like really close, it can be so distracting. For me, when I have that, sometimes I'm just overbrake the corner and I'm like, I just get distracted from the guys behind me, or they get really close in the braking zone, you know, like afraid of hitting them, especially when you carry this kind of a headset, yeah? I mean, if you get hit, like, oh man, that shock is absolutely horrible. It's like really scary sometimes. Okay, aero on the Whew. There's a lot of ride height on this car, yeah, on the safe preset. It seems like a bit too much. You know what, I'm just gonna floor this and see what is what. I think 50 and 50. And if this will be not, maybe a bit more of that, let's see, I think this rear inside wheels can be a little bit harder. Yeah, we learned from the BMW. And the outsides, maybe we keep first for this. Yeah, but it's always wise just to keep a little bit of space in front, yeah? If they're gonna brake harder or a little bit earlier all of a sudden. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're careful, you're gonna go a long way, yeah? So sometimes I'm careful, I get overtaken. You know, and they fly into the distance. Maybe they're faster as well, yeah, and then later they're in a crash. And like, yeah, how fast are you really then? If you stick to your lines all the time. Yeah. You know, Ronbert, maybe what I always do when the splits are being spread out on LFM, and you see like your own split. I don't know what kind of splits you drive, but sometimes you see like, I'm currently A1 on the safety rating, but when I see people that are like 5.5 or 6 or 6, 5.5, I already know, ooh, these people, they are into some collisions sometimes, yeah? No, I haven't tried the Bentley. No. I should be doing that, probably. But this season still BMW. Now it's preset, I'm calling this. Good. Yeah. Well, Hank, that's called experience, yeah? If you are on the inside all of a sudden, you need to brake earlier. And this is very intuitive. You need to do this 200 times in a certain corner and then you know. Or you're gonna hit the guy in front and then you know as well. Hard lessons are learned, mate, in the lobbies. Okay, we're gonna try this this car out now.
It takes it is clear. We need to get some heat into these brakes.
Let's see how this car is behaving. Oh, understeering. You know what the thing is with this Ferrari? It is initial response on your steering input is very, like if I start steering, that car will just fly into the corner. But then after that, all that power on that steering is gone, yeah? Over here as well, very snappy, but then understeering. I'm going to show you later maybe how we can tune it out a little bit, make it a bit more lazy. I hear good stories about Bentley, yeah, and I've been overtaken by Bentleys. They are fast on LFM, yeah, with the BOP changes. Oh, well, it's sliding here. Hey, Alex. Welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the stream. First ever live stream for me on LFM. Excuse me, for me on YouTube. I always said to friends of mine, if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will do one. And I blinked my eyes and it was 1,600. So here it is. Welcome to the stream, man. Just building some car setups just to get used to the streaming idea, and maybe you can pick up a thing or two how I'm building car setups. Ooh, just a little bit overshooting it here. Let's see. So I use the preset that I'm also sharing on the channel on the Setups Made Easy video. And you can see like how that is how I apply this myself. It's still a bit understeery. So maybe that's a good tip for you guys. If you're in the gravel all the time like that, don't use the throttle, just use the steering, just let it bump and jump in the grass. Because if you start steering, then it gets into a slide, yeah? I think it's really a freaking understeery at some point, so I think a bump stop range in the rear needs to drop a little bit. And it's not braking here. Bruh. I think I'm just losing that braking point all the time there. Let's see. Again, let's practice this pit entry again when we have a 45 minutes look. It's so freaking understeery. So we definitely need to change it. Well, some people may argue, yeah, but you need the proper tire pressures and you need to do 3-4 laps. I don't know, man. I have a full-time job. I have kids, I have a wife. I don't have the time to drive 600 laps for the perfect tire pressures. You know what I mean? This is just... Okay. So, what do we have here? I built my own Ferrari setup after the two-step video. Got my first pole and first win on LFM today with it, so thank you. Well, that is awesome to hear, man. Good stuff. So now you're gonna be up into the split, so that competitive vibe is gonna start now, because if you're really hitting that podium a few times, your elo will climb up and you're back at square one, yeah, because now you're among with faster drivers. Training skill, not qualified. Start from back. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, so I'm making the Ferrari for Zandvoort as well. Maybe you can have a look what I do. So this current setup, this is the probably looks a lot like the preset. But I took off all the ride height because as preset, you know, you could do this as well, yeah. I mean, a little bit more understeer. The thing is with setups, you can go everywhere basically, but yeah, I don't really feel like this was bottoming out. So I'm keeping it like this. It was very much understeery in the faster corners. And the Ferrari, now what I feel now compared to the BMW that I've driven before here, that this one is quite lazy on the steering. And this one is really like, if I touch it, it flies into a direction, yeah? And I really feel this is anti-roll bar thing, because this front anti-roll bar, it's about entry. And if we have a low setting, then we get roll on entry. So initial input will make the car turn in. And if we have this low, this will be more extreme. So if we have this high, then steering inputs will not be so punishing on the rotation. Now this can be desirable. Let's say you have a car that just won't steer in, then we can have a lower rear anti-roll bar. But in this case, I think it should be even higher. So it was 4, I put it on 5. And to get more of an effect, I put this one at 1. Now on throttle, it understeers like crazy. And the bump stop range is really, really, really low. So it was understeering on the straight. So I'm increasing the bump stop range. Now in combination with that front ride height, now it's getting really low. So maybe it's bottoming out now, but this is we're gonna have to test, yeah. ACC engineer. I never heard of that, man. What's that? Is there like a link to the website or something? What were the pressures now? It look okay, yeah? This one can be a bit higher. This one can be a bit higher. Something like this. Okay, so this is gonna be A1. A1. So I'm keeping these names quite simple, because that's just the way how I operate. I have setups with like more camber, more toe, and then all this degrees now. And if I'm in race, let's say I'm doing qualifying session on LFM, and I use this A1 setup, let's say, and it's like 29 degrees, then I will just tune it out and put 28 behind it. So I have that rear temperature. Now you cannot see it, my face is in front of it, but it's 31 degrees on this track, and the ambient is like 24, cloudy. I don't like the sun in the game, so I just always drive with clouds and optimum track, yeah. Nice. Thanks, Dara. Good stuff. Okay, let's get for another few laps. Brake ducts looked okay. I'm not really sure about the perfect practice calculations. All right, good. 3-4 laps. And then that application, is it all also using the like temperatures of track, or it's like calculates that? How does that really work actually? I'm always into new apps, yeah. I like the overlays and all the extra stuff. Now I just put this Aramanterio overlay for like to keep it simple, yeah, not too much of this fighter jet information all the time. Alexandru, you know what? We can do that. Why not? We'll hop into a race server, but to be honest, then I have to really check the mirrors for all the other cars. Yeah, I don't want to get into the collisions, so I will just test drive this one, and then we'll go to a server. I need to have that rear camera, maybe I need to add that as well. Well, it feels already a bit better. So a little bit of bump stop range goes a long way, yeah? Aren't too many people, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's the right height, yeah. The curbs, curbs are gonna be enemy number one. Just a little bit of risk, yeah, no worries. I don't feel it's bottoming out there, and it's rotating now quite nicely. What about here? Still understeer, yeah. Yeah, well, we'll go to the server, to the online server in a bit. Let's do that. Good tip, man. Because, yeah, it feels like a no-brainer even. Why aren't it just on the online servers? We're using the PLP. Well, current season, I'm driving the BMW, and it's like the one only car that isn't really affected by the BOP, because it's like +5 or -5 kilos sometimes. It's practically the same, because it's like feels like a balanced car most of the time.
Brake temperatures are fine.
Understeer still here. Still understeer, bruh. The pressures are a bit too high still. Yeah, it's not nice on the curbs. So that one, that little bend to the right, we need to avoid that curb for now. There's definitely more in this car for me.
That's your best in the session.
Yeah, that low ride height, yeah, it's a pain. A nice exit here, look at that delta, mate. And the other exit was just not good, but all this is inside, yeah. Okay, this is good. This is good. I think I'm gonna drive this car next season because it's behaving quite nicely. .6. Let's see. Can we go this full throttle now? It's just not quite, yeah. But 36.4. Now obviously there's no LFM BOP here, so it is faster than a BMW. Looks good. I think the setup behaves quite nice. It's not perfect, but it's a beginning. We can go to an LFM server. Let's see the chat. Leo, welcome to the live stream, man. This is my first ever live stream. So yeah, out of the comfort zone basically. There's so much I'm trying to, you know. So Dara, where's the? Did you put the link in the chat or where is it? I cannot see it, but I can search it up. I mean, what did you say it? This was the. Yeah, well, just look that up. It's a good tip. Thanks. Okay, go to the LFM server. So Highlands, do you put a lot of difference on the ride height in that Lambo? Because for a mid-engine car, I was driving it on Spa a few times and was like, man, this rear ride height can really go high to make that a competitive and not so understeery car, yeah? No, I cannot see the link, Dara. But ACC engineer, I mean, if I Google it up, that will be good, yeah. Okay, so let's go to that LFM server. What? Low fuel is enough, yeah. Zandvoort, 21. Quite some. A bit more. A little bit more. 7 of the 5, yeah, that's good. So, and by the way, guys, check out this awesome livery. I got it for my birthday from a good friend of mine. And this logo right here, that's like my, I have a welding company, so this is like my welding brand. So it's on the car, it's really good. And we're like pissing a little bit on the monitors because we really like the VR. Now for this live stream purpose, the biggest issue why I'm not driving in VR right now is because I don't know how to put the chat into the screen or in my VR environment. If I have an answer to this, I can do it in VR. I can actually do races, live stream races in VR as well. So I need to have some help with that, but yeah, okay, good. So BMW, Ferrari, this bad boy right here. And this one's quite not a lot of cars. Only a few, 36.6, so maybe we can be fastest here, yeah? So we light up that A1 again. Now it's hard on curbs, yeah? So maybe we need to increase this car ride height a little bit. Maybe 4 millimeters, I have no idea, maybe that's good. Brake bias, I can do a bit lower, I think. Yeah, overall it felt quite good, so ABS, yeah. Okay, let's see. We can't see the rear wing. Oh, sorry mate. Is there something wrong with the stream? Can everybody see what I'm doing? Shaky in VR, yeah. It's shaky, yeah. Okay. Maybe. Okay, so I'm spending quite a lot of money on stuff, yeah. I ordered the SimMagic P1000 with the shaker motors on it. So face camera. Okay, good. Thanks, Wouter. But to me, it feels like my face should be on the right hand of the screen, yeah? That means that's how I see it in the OBS streaming. But okay, well, good. So max rear wing, Zandvoort. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Okay, sorry, I won't wait more. Okay, good. Let's see. Yeah, just want to keep. I changed something on the setup, but I'm not really sure because I was freaking around with that stream. But let's call this A2. Let's go out and see what we can. I don't think I can attack Mr. Haber here because. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say...
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 27 Celsius.
Oh, it's a bit colder, yeah? Good. What I wanted to say, I'm spending quite some money, but I'm thinking about using another PC to stream, so you can see this view maybe, and I can drive in VR, but that's something for the far, far future. Okay, understeer. And then again, it's a bit of my out of my comfort zone because I cannot really feel the depth on Pancake. I was practicing a lot though, just for this stream, so I don't look like an idiot. Yeah, a bit colder, yeah. Yeah, well, sometimes when temperatures are not optimal, then you drive your fastest lap time, and then it's like a second off the pace, and you're like, man, I'm so slow. And then you look in the qualifying, like, oh, almost the fastest, because the track is just slower. It's for everybody the same, yeah. It's still understeering, I don't know, but when we're mid-corner and I release the brakes, it's understeering, and now it's understeering as well. Obviously, we made the ride height a bit higher, so overall performance will be a bit less. Okay, first hot lap. Little bit overshooting it here. No, we should be okay. It should be slower now. Oh!
2/10 pace in sector 1.
Actually, there's a lot less grip than in the on practice. It's so understeering at times. We need to change something about this. setup, that's for sure. I will try to make a nice lap. Maybe it's just my driving, yeah? Sometimes we complain about understeer, but we're just pushing too hard.
0.44 off the pace.
Yeah, and now over here it rotates quite nicely. I don't know. Do you guys know? Do you need to lift that last corner or not? With the proper setup, I don't believe you have to lift.
Q4. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. The guy ahead has just done a 136.84.
To Thanx for his first sector. Noise.
Sector 1 is quick.
I feel like it's understeering when we go on throttle, so maybe a little bit of that differential could go a long way. I think that's a very hard corner to get right, yeah? I mean, it's so much freedom in what you can do. Good exit. Actually taking a lot of curb there. It's absolutely beneficial. I think this last corner we need to practice that like 300 times before we can actually get like a 36.7. Looks good, yeah?
Sector 3 is 0.36.
Just change the setup a little bit. A little bit of less pressure, I think. So, no lift with the proper setup. Yeah, I know. Bit colder. Let's see. I think 27. Maybe just a few clicks down, yeah? And the inside. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something like this. Rotation issues, yeah, on the faster corners. But there is like 80% of the corner, the car is actually behaving quite nicely. So if I start changing too much, then I'm influencing that as well. On entry, it looks fine as well. With this brake bias and the preload differential, I think we're gonna increase the bump a little bit. Why am I doing this? I'm increasing the bump a little bit, so the front spring initial moment of like going inward will be a little bit delayed. So it's not so sudden steering into the corner. If we have a very low bump, this gets promoted. And also for the braking, this gets a little bit of less like biting on that front end. And then we can actually maybe get 2 clicks of this bump stop range in the rear, so we maybe have a little bit of more rake in the car when the car is under pressure, and that could really help us to be full throttle on that last long bend. So this is just what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to say what I'm normally thinking, and sometimes that can feel like a broken record maybe, but this is just how I feel. And so this is not, I'm not gonna do any more changes. The tow value is also something to look at. Maybe guys, what do you think in the chat? What should we do with the tow? Because sometimes I just don't know, and sometimes positive, negative, sometimes that tow value feels really broken in this game. A 3, are we? Yes. sometimes I'm sharing a setup on the channel, you see A8, then you know I was working on it a lot. And if I do like A2, then you know like, oh, he just did it in a few minutes, yeah. Oh my god, 38 viewers. Welcome to the chat, guys. I was not expecting this. Absolutely great. Really good. Nice. Awesome, man. Good stuff. Well, let's go. Let's do some laps more and then we can finish this setup off. Maybe let me know in the chat if you want to do a car setup. We can do one more. I believe I'm gonna end the stream in like a half an hour or something, so can maybe do one more setup. Yeah, okay, so drive like a few laps. Let's go. So I always check the radar, the track layout, to see if there's BMW, go ahead, mate. No, you don't want to overtake, alright. So there's so much difference between pressures when the tires are cold. I mean, the left ones are like 2 psi lower than the right ones. Better already. The BMW, I think you need to pass me, mate. Let's go. No? Alright. Let's see. Can go this full throttle now. It's my driving, man. It's my driving. Not good, man. Not a good exit.
Sector 1 time is good.
Let's go. These bumps, yeah? these curves with this car. Oh, that's missing a point here. I need to do this. Need to like drive one more lap. Get that optimum setup here. So that left tires are in the window now.
Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace. Brake temperatures look good.
Well, it's sliding a little bit on the brake there, so these changes are taking effect. Full throttle? Nah. Maybe the toe values, yeah. We need to look at the toe values, I think.
Lap time was 1:37.57.
Let's go. So, first sector screwed up it again. Again, the first sector was screwed up, so...
Sector 1 time's okay.
And obviously we need to be on that inside to be competitive, so a little bit late on the braking there as well. I think this is a good line, yeah? Looks good.
Sector 2 time is good.
This one we need to improve on as well. Yeah! That's it, mate. No lift. I'm not actually winning a lot by this. But no lift, so it is possible with the setup. Just missing the braking point because I am driving on a pancake. Seems to me I hit like a wonder in that first sector because I cannot replicate that lap time anymore. It's a bit frustrating.
You're a tenth off the pace in sector 1.
I still can have some play on the rear. Still quite understeer on throttle in the faster corners, and also this corner. It's already the second time I'm overshooting it here. And we need to obviously beat the time of that Stephenson. A little bit earlier braking here. Ah, that's better. It's a lot better, this. Unfortunately, the exit was not really good executed.
Sector 1 is green.
Can we still do that? So no lift, yeah. It's really important that you get that initial turn in, and there's like a really important line that you need to follow there. I'm gonna change a little bit on that setup because I am not happy, mate. I am not happy how this car is behaving at the moment. Negative toe could help with the light curve, but oversteer in the rest of the track. But I'm certainly no expert. Well, you know, you can learn from an intern, you know? My profession is welding, and sometimes, like, a really beginner guy in the job can say something, and like, but that's not a bad idea, mate. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. The car is low. That is true. So 45 now. The other one was like, but it's still, it's a mental thing, yeah. I mean, the preset was like this. Now the preset I don't trust. But yeah. Karen, good stuff, man. Good stuff that you're more consistent. If you're really consistent, then you go a long way.
Stevenson, 136.41.
Yeah, so I will just stick with this and some negative toe, man. Why not? 0.5? Yeah, let's do it. And a little bit more bump stop range, yeah. Just small steps. What also can help on exit is that this value as well. So change the bump stop range a little bit, and the toe value 0.5. And what about the pressures? They seemed fine, yeah. 27, a bit on the high side. Just take off 0.1 psi. Let's try it out. 30 liters again. Yeah, okay, good. A4. So, Karan, did you get the license with the setup or with the Aston Martin? Which one did you use? Okay, let's go. Let's drive a few more laps. 2 more laps, mate.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line.
Always check the radar, yeah, if somebody's coming. It's very easy to forget, yeah, and then you're in somebody's way.
Into these brakes.
Oh, oops. A few days ago I asked the community what's the best car on curbs, but maybe I should make a poll what's the worst on curbs.
Sector 3 is now yellow. We've got cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them.
It's hard to find that absolute breaking point here. I think it's a lot better, this setup. Oh, yeah, okay.
Car left, clear left.
Thanks, man. Now, Stephenson was in improving his lap time. I'm learning, yeah, this last corner, it's not much of an issue, I think, so maybe I will just get the braking points right, then. Ooh, it's just very close. He was braking, the Lambo. Good stuff. Good for the Lambo. Pushing me wide again, that curb, yeah. You see, it's sliding. Come on. Again. Too bad. Let's see overall how this setup changes are behaving the car.
Yellow flag. Brake temps are good. Green flag. Tyre temps are good.
Overall, I quite like it. Let's go.
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
No, but the setup is changed, Hank. So it's if you drive it, you will be the same. Yeah, you don't be in the wall. No, that's not gonna happen. Setup is it's good. Yeah. Living on the edge. Okay, now first sector, yeah. Do that first sector. Come on.
The lap time was 137.78.
I'm just braking a little bit earlier here. Give myself some margin. This looks a lot better.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Nice, it looks good. Oh, this setup is better. It's a lot better now. It's negative toe, yeah? Maybe I can get that Stephenson fast lap time. Let's see.
Sector 2 time is good.
Yeah, apparently not. Oh no, I'm overbraking. That's the problem, yeah? If you look at the delta, I'm like, yes, yes, the delta. I can do it, I can do it. I think the pressure is rising and you're screwing up. Well, one more lap and then we can have another car. Let me know in the chat which car we should do.
Sector 3 is 1.1 off the pace.
Imagine going with 36 car on this SS. It's a perfect recipe for disaster. Let's see.
Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace.
Well, we improved.
You've just done a 436.52.
Good.
Yellow flag.
Boom shaka. So. Let's see. Which car? Which car should we do next? This setup, I'm gonna show it. I think it's good. Obviously, if you drive 10, 20, 30, 40 laps, maybe there's something wrong with this, but I would actually be really confident to take this to an LFM race and do some laps, yeah? Get into that qualifying, do a race. So this is what I've come up with the 27 degrees and traction control like grip settings. I believe the preload differential helps out a lot as well with the exit of the corner, a little bit of extra bump compared to the preset that we used, 54 millimeters of ride height. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. So skid marks, we just did the BMW. If you go back, then their setup will be there, yeah? So you can... Or we can just do a few laps with the BMW, see how that BOP is affected. Maybe that can we can do that as well, yeah? So we quit the server now for now. Yeah, playback, good. So... Maybe we can do the Aston Martin and then for like a bit faster setup than the one that is on the video of the channel of the license run. Yeah, okay. So Skip Marks, you're the only one responding to this. So yeah, we can do the McLaren. Where is it? This one, yeah. I have quite some setups of this car on the channel, but as I am progressing in this game as well, and I'm constantly learning and try to get better, I'm using now all of this preset stuff that I used on that setup made easy video. So this would be nice to I'm spell check here, oops. Porsche. So Robin, I have no experience in the Porsche. So when I was building the preset on the channel, I was testing out the Porsche to actually see how that was behaving. But Porsche, okay, now well, you know what? We're gonna have a look at this one, and then some Porsche, and then maybe then the Porsche will be the last car. What do we have here? Nothing. So just get these values in order. So Wouter and Robin will do the Porsche after this, all right? I don't know how much time there's between what I'm saying and how fast it's gonna, you know, the delay. I'm not sure how much that is, but it's probably a little bit of time, yeah. 75% of that slider. What do you think, guys? Traction control maybe yes. 3 and 3. Zero. I don't know, 25% of the slider. I remember when I was building setups for the McLaren quite a while back that the front bump stop range should not be increased a lot. So maybe we'll keep that on 4 for now. No, it's just, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just put them in 10. So 10 here is actually less than 10 here, at least if you compare it to the slider. Interesting. %, 80% of the slider, 36, 36. So guys, if you're liking this stream, please hit that like button, guys. That really helps me out. Thanks for doing that. And we get into a few laps with this one. Now I'm pretty confident we need to have the max wing for this McLaren on this track, because it's all corners and ride height wise 20 millimeters difference. Okay. Porsche next. I promise do the Porsche next. Okay, good. This is like the preset. Let's go. Okay, here we go.
Track's clear. Push,
Cars
push, push.
coming. No. Okay, good. It's very nicely.
Brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them.
Seems to me we can have a bit more traction control. Oh, understeer. Now this car, I got from some other people I've seen, you should not leave the corner in first gear with this car. It's too slow. I'm seeing people starting to check the screen above me, but it's gonna drive a few laps, change this setup to the liking, then we go into the Porsche, and that will be then the last one. And then I'll try to evaluate how I'm gonna be with this live streams, how much I'm gonna do it, how much time I'm gonna have for it. But I think it's pretty successful. From my side at least, I'm actually enjoying myself a lot. These setups, it's so lonely if you do it by yourself, yeah. So and very understeery and then oversteery on throttle. So probably this will. It's actually pretty decent on high speed. So you can see how these cars are different properties. Yeah. Oh, well, the tires are at a proper-ish window, I believe, so that makes it better as well. The right side is absolutely off, by the way. I'm gonna change that in the second time we get into the pit.
Sector 1 is 0.33 off the pace.
I need to de-learn that first gear behavior because that's slowing me down with the Mclaren.
Sector 2 is 0.26 off the pace.
So you can use the first gear to brake, but then when you're in trouble it should be. I think we need the third gear here as well. Over here it's actually biting really nice, so no trouble in that last corner. It's actually slow. A little bit oversteering. Looks good. I need to get to a 36, so somehow we need to find a second here somehow. On the edge there. Obviously, if you switch cars so much, then it's absolutely not beneficial for lap time, so I'm definitely gonna be out of my comfort zone doing the Porsche later on, but it will be interesting for me to see how that car is behaving here. It's a great example how that preset is behaving, because it's just preset settings, and we're driving 37.2 with pressures that are off. So that's good, yeah. Return to garage. Hey, General Admiral. No, I'm always driving in VR. Let's say now I'm on a pancake because I'm streaming, but now I have like an Inyama 32-inch curved screen, and normally I'm with the Hayfurb H2, this one right here, and I'm not confident yet to go on screen for the LFM races using the stream, but yeah, maybe in the future. And Leon, hey Arnout, I'm glad to find your channel, your videos about the preset setup has a big impact in my times, especially for the Ferrari. Congratulations on them. I already shared them. Good stuff, man. Good for you. Really happy to see those comments, because the presets, they're so broken, and especially when you're getting into the sim, because it's the best sim in my opinion, but the setup, you know, it's so hard to understand in the beginning. So it's really nice to see that somebody and that people are loving this preset. Now you can see it as well on this Mclaren. Absolutely just the preset, and I can drive like a 37 lap time here, which is awesome. To be honest, I don't really know what to do here. It is on the fast corner, it's behaving quite nice. I think the brake bias can drop a little bit, and so the tires need to be in the proper window. That's one thing, yeah. This one. This left side looks good. Now I'm gonna increase the rear a little bit, because when we go on throttle, oh wait, no, a little, yeah, 13 maybe, and I'm gonna decrease the preload differential, because on entry it doesn't really feel on entry that it's really hooking into that corner, and a low preload differential assists with this. And when we're on throttle, it feels like oversteery sometimes, so I'm lowering the preload as much as possible, so we get a little bit of that less oversteer when we're on throttle on exit. Okay, Alexander, we'll see you next time, man. Cheers. Mclaren dashboard, yeah. In VR, the McLaren is awesome as well, because you're so in contact with the road surface. It's absolutely good. A1. Okay, few laps with this one and we go to the Porsche. Unless I completely destroyed the setup by these changes. Which sometimes it's just a surprise, you know, or like a...
on pit exit, you can push now.
There's still like an element of surprise on how the car is going to behave when it's changing the setup. Even if you know what you're doing. And then the traction control needs to be on 4, that we need to change in the setup as well. You can see I'm correcting a little bit here, and this is actually hurting the car's acceleration speed quite a lot, yeah. So if you feel like driving a McLaren and you're oversteering a little bit, that's really hurting the lap time.
Yellow flag, sector 3. Sector 3.
I already have a suspicion that it's behaving quite nicely now. Oh, you cannot take that curb, yeah? Oh, there's cars behind and let them pass. It's a little bit of race of their own, yeah? Good stuff, man. Okay, one lap, and then we go to the Porsche.
Your brake temperature's okay.
Still a bit oversteer, yeah. It's too bad. Surprised that I wasn't spinning out there.
sound good.
Stay off the curb. So I remember when I was driving the Mclaren that I have quite a hard time to be fast in this car. So I'm not gonna spoil this stream with me trying to improve a little bit here, because I'm not gonna drive this car. The setup, I believe it's behaving quite nicely. And if you are more like a beginner, you can maybe increase the traction control just the slightest little bit, so it will not step out so much on the rear. This is what I noticed when I was driving this car 2 seasons ago. So yeah, basically this values would be a nice setup for the McLaren. And obviously you can just go and go and go and drive and drive and drive more laps, and you absolutely will get to know this car better. But for now, this is just it. Oh yeah, and the traction control, yeah, it needs to be on 4. At least for me, it needs to be on 4. A different car. Porsche. Okay, man. The kids thing, yeah, put them to bed, make them go asleep, yeah. Because if they're coming by when you're racing, man, it's especially in VR. Daddy, can you help me? No, I'm driving. Can you guys tell me the ACU map for the? It's 8, yeah, the fastest. Do you guys know? I believe it was 8. Eight, yeah, okay, good. 8. It's like, that's the only best thing the aggressive preset is gonna give us, yeah? A proper traction control, or like a proper ECU value. 75% of the slider. You know, when I tested out the preset, I was like, that's probably not gonna work on the Porsche, yeah? And then I tried it out and was like, holy shit, it works on the Porsche as well. 1 makes it. Okay. And this one. Good stuff. 25% off the slider. 900s, okay. A little bit more of that bump stop range. On the front, this one on the front, 11-ish. 15, we keep that one as well. This one should be lower. 80. Now we have that weight in the back, yeah. I never understood why they did it like this. Oh yeah, guys, next time if I do a stream, I will make sure we push these values. I will plan it out. Maybe we can do like a vote list, which car we can do next. Would be nice, yeah? Because I was doing this setups on the channel, but maybe this is better, yeah? Better to talk with you guys making setups. It's more enjoyable for me, at least. And maybe you can pick up a thing or two, or I can learn something from you guys, because I'm not gonna pretend I know everything. I'm still in this journey as well. Okay, so 60 max rear wing. Okay, brake ducts probably need to be 5 as well, yeah. Dutch gaming noobs. I have over 600 hours now, and that's just alone ACC. Before this, I was on the Xbox. I drove Forza 7 for like forever, and then I saw with a friend of mine the VR headset, and I sold everything, went to PC, balls to the wall, 4090. VR racing, mate, is the way to go if you have some money to spend. Girlfriend wasn't happy, but yeah, she needs to accept it, yeah, that I need to have a 4090. See? Okay, good. And I also drove an Assetto Corsa as well, and I was driving all these other sims, but this, I mean, in my opinion, this is just the best. Let me put this overlay here so it's not in the way of the dash. Okay.
Your exit's clear. Watch the white line. Blue flag.
No cars coming.
Got cold brakes all round.
Oh, I need to get used to this RPM, yeah? It's like Kawasaki, like a race bike, yeah. It's like, yeah, it never stops revving up. Actually, the overlay is in the RPM meter, so I need to change that next. Oh, it's turning in, yeah. And it's understeering. yeah. I believe people are thinking this is the best sound. I understand this. So I actually need to learn this car now, yeah, because I haven't driven it a lot.
Yellow flag. Incident clear. Green flag.
Oh, and now it's understeering. Oh, it can be a handful, this car, yeah. You know, it does remind me of, if you drive this car well, it's like you have the hottest girl in the club, but it's also the hardest girl to live with, yeah? High maintenance.
Green flag in sector 2, D8.
Oh, look at how this is turning in, mate. I like it. I'm loving it. Man, we should just skip the Mclaren and started with this one.
Sector 1 is 0.8. Off the pace. Yellow flag.
Ah, it just fits. I don't know if it should be in second gear here, or let me know in the comments if the gear change is up proper, yeah? Off throttle like my car.
Sector 2 is a second off the pace.
I don't know, man. It's a perception thing. It's okay. What about this corner then? Oh, understeering. Understeering a lot, so there's definitely some work to be done here.
Green flag, sector 2.
37.8, but we need to change the setup a little bit because there's some values I don't agree with. Yeah, it looks, Hank, it's freaking agile. It's, I like it. I like it a lot, but it's understeering at times, so it's kind of hard to set up, I believe. And that can be, you know, if you screw around too much with this toe, then it can get more handful. So when we release throttle and braking, it is heavy on the rear, yeah. So, but when I'm going throttle, it really feels like it's understeering a lot. And if we have this problem together, it feels like this value needs to change. So it was 80, maybe 140. And yeah, so that one. Ride height wise, I don't really feel this is off. Oh yeah, okay, so your lady is harder than the Porsche, yeah. Yeah, well, I like it. It's good stuff. Brake bias. Leon, what do you think about the brake bias? Is that something you should do lower? I'm not sure. And as initial turn-in looks pretty freaking initial. I don't know how to say this, but it seems like we're turning in and there's no way back. So I'm increasing that front anti-roll bar
just done a 135.00
by one click. I'm just gonna drive it like this. So yeah, A1. Let's go. 49. Really? Just try that out. So with the preload differential increased, we get rid of that initial turn-in off throttle. So if you're struggling like very off throttle, then increasing this value will make that better, in my opinion. We put this on 50, yeah, and then I just call it a day. 48 brake bias. Nice stream. Do you plan on doing them regularly? Gregors? Do I pronounce this right? Well, I think so, yeah. I'm enjoying myself, so why not? I mean, and but normally I drive in VR on the races, so I will not be doing races for now because I'm really competitive with VR, but on the pancake I'm not so competitive, so that I will hold off for now. But maybe at some point I can do that as well. Now I'm just building setups. I made one for the BMW, we made one for the Ferrari, we made one for the Mclaren, but that one needs maybe a bit more work. Just go back in time to see how that looks. And we're finishing off with this Porsche, and we made some changes. Let's see how it behaves now with this higher preload.
Blue flag.
Cars coming. Nice pit exit, yeah. I like the sound as well. No, it's force feedback, yeah. You can really feel in this Porsche when it's understeering. You just like all the resistance is basically gone when it's understeering because it's so light on the front then. I cannot believe it's so much fun. I can imagine for a beginner it's not the best car, but if you are getting a feel for this game, then it can definitely be said. Oh, look at this! I'm not even steering, and it just rotates. Oh, and dirty. Oops.
Okay, Arnout, you need to watch the track limits.
Need to wait for that car a bit. No, this is not going to be the best exit. What about understeer? Yeah, quite some. Maybe tow values as well, a little bit. Hey Frans, welcome to the chat. Skooks. What do you think? This should be first gear or second?
Sector 1's quick.
Sector 1 is quick, yeah? Really? Overshooting it a bit here. So that preload makes it a little bit, and I need to change the pressures as well. Next time we go in. It's so understeery, mate. So that we definitely need to change.
Yellow flag. P5.
Now take note, I really need to learn this car. And let's see. Maybe people are start laughing now, but I think this could be a bit in a negative. And because when I'm on throttle, it's so understeery. So I'm gonna decrease this value as well a little bit. And maybe I'm increasing a little bit bump on the rear. So when I go on throttle and that backside is falling down because of that pressure, and if we increase the bump settings on the rear a little bit, then at the moment we go on throttle, it will not fall down immediately. So it takes some more time, which maybe increases rotation a little bit on the rear. This is just my opinion. A one click of that ride height, difficult to say. I also am gonna add a little bit of more of this range here in front. Now it's, I'm not sure. It can be even more difficult to drive now, but maybe it's a bit less understeery. Hey Wouter, see you next time, man. Enjoy your evening. See you later. Rich. Oh hell yeah. Hello from Texas. I finally got a live stream. I enjoy your videos very much. Very impressed. Just starting coverage. Assetto corsa a couple of days ago. And I've been getting all my info from you. Well Rich, that's awesome to hear, man. I mean, this is actually the goal of the channel, so people that are like beginner-ish or maybe a little bit advanced can actually understand this game, because we have a lot of channels and they're like very complicated and all, and that's also very valuable. But if it's a little bit more easy to understand, then I'm very happy that yeah, I'm very happy to help, yeah. Did you use run? What do you mean, Skooks? Skooks? Did you use run? Oh, like that. Like the cheap fuel I put in the Porsche. You think I'm slow? Maybe you can come into this server and see how fast you are. Shall we? That sounds like an idea. We can do like a little bit of a practice contest. Let's see who will win. Alright. So, a few changes. Expecting an even more difficult ride. By the way, if you're a beginner and you feel like driving the Porsche, you go ahead, but I would not recommend it. But then again, if you can drive this bad boy, then all the others will be a bit easier. So if you want to challenge yourself...
Green flag, you're clear. Yellow flag, stay sharp.
So Skid Mark, dude, what do you think about the traction control settings for the Porsche? Or what do you all think about the traction control and the ABS for this car?
Sector 1.
So the changes we made are looking good, and I forgot the tire pressures, unfortunately. I'm gonna do 2 more laps and I'm gonna end the stream, guys, because I need to give the wife some attention as well. Know what I mean? Okay, Leon, we keep the traction control like it is. I'm over braking here because I looked at the chat. I wanted to stay on throttle there, but it cost me more than it's giving me. I really feel that you can brake a bit later with this car because of the weight in the back. Can help rotation with trail braking. Is it dirty like that? Okay. Still feels like to me that the gear changes I'm not quite sure of. Now, do we have still that massive understeer? In a way we have. I'm gonna lift for now that part. Well, it definitely rotates, but I'm not really sure how that's keeping the tires alive on longer stints. That looked like a proper exit, mate. Good stuff.
You're 10th off in sector 1. Left rear is hot.
Yeah, the left rear is hot. You hear that? Oh, see that? I can actually save it. You know, you can like... Oh no, mistakes were made. And the tires are hot. Okay, so need to change that. That we need to change. Oh. Tires are really hot. So this one, all balls to the wall, and yeah, I think this and this one a little bit more. Okay, so what do we have now? The tow value is like this. Traction control. These settings. Maybe you try this out. See how that feels. Oh, Skooks, that's good stuff, yeah. If that helps you out, really good. Maybe you can make some more, yeah. Let's see, Rich. I'm a beginner and the Porsche has always been my favorite drive. Handles like a dream. With the ease up Serio video you made. Yeah, good stuff, yeah. And okay, so you're so what lap times are you like driving on Spa then, Rich? And Leon, yeah, the wife, yeah. Good stuff. Okay, I do one more lap and I'm gonna finish this stream. Tires, so I'm just keeping this on A2 because I think it's... I'm oversaving this one. No, not a lot of changes. I must say...
Exit's clear. Yellow flag in sector 1.
I must say my focus is also a little bit disappearing.
Looks like the leader's binned it.
So it's quite hard to make the decent lap, but this car, I like it. Yeah, Skooks, we need to make, still need to make a video about the rig that I'm driving, because people cannot see it right now. And yeah, it's completely self-built, yeah. Completely made by myself. I was engineering it in SolidWorks and build it completely from stainless steel. But that will be in the future, yeah. I can't help to smile because it rode the rear of the car, but I think I'm overheating the tires as well with all that sliding. I don't know. Maybe we need to properly test it with like a long practice session of 20 laps or so to see how these tires are behaving. I need to lift with this car. I don't know. Not proper apex, unfortunately. I'm still not sure if that needs to be first or second gear, but it feels like it needs to be second gear.
Incident clear, green flag. Sector 1 is 0.25 off the pace.
Lost it here and oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Let's go, Moise. Let's go. Not screwing it up now. Let's go. Yep.
The guy behind has just done a 138.60.
37. So 36 would be an absolute dream.
Looking good. Sector 2 time is quick.
Oh no, that we're not gonna make. Ah, come on, invalidated.
Track limits.
Yeah, I know. Track limits. Come on, man. Okay, one more lap we do. Okay, one more lap.
Yellow flag. E6.
It's basically the best recipe to see me struggle in this car, because definitely not know the in and outs of this one yet. I think it's behaving a bit more nicely after the setup changes we made.
Green flag.
I don't need to focus, so I'm gonna shut up for now and just focus on this lap.
Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Your brake temps look good. I think P2's binned it.
No. Sorry.
Guy ahead's last lap time is a 137.20. Yellow flag. Green flag, you're clear. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
Death or glory. Okay, okay, one more lap. Whoa, just a run, okay?
0.7 off the pace.
I feel like there's so much in this car, but I'm just making all the mistakes that are like possible. So if I could just get this in check, then we're good, yeah? If I can just hold the racing line and do better with the braking points, then I think there's a lot more in it.
Is hot. Sector 2 time is okay.
I'm braking a bit earlier here, so we get in better shape for this corner right here. Yeah, right, mate. There we go. I still need to lift in this corner, but well, 37, high 37. For a car that I've never driven before,
Stay sharp.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Now if I start pushing with the car that I always drive this season, that's the BMW, I think there's more in it, but just for a few laps on this car, it's absolutely, I'm smiling, you know, it's fun, so that's good. I just share the setup with you guys. So if you go back into the stream, we have the BMW, the Ferrari, the Mclaren, and this car. We made setups for that on Zandvoort, and that will be the track for tomorrow and the whole week on LFM. Yeah, probably very hard race to do, very hard to overtake, and yeah. So guys, absolutely awesome that you watched. This was the first live stream I've ever did. And I'm enjoying it. There's probably gonna be some more, but I have a really busy family life, business life, work, wife, children, hobbies, whatever. So it will not be always, but yeah. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. It's set up, yeah. Good.